Who do street drugs affect?
Primarily the user, but a close second is everybody that is around the user, such as kids, siblings, parents, bosses, friends, significant others, and etc. Almost everyone knows someone that uses or has used street drugs. This can be with any kind of street drug, hallucinogens, stimulants, or depressants. So how do people begin to use street drugs?
Street drug usage begins with other smaller street drugs or legal drugs like tobacco, vaping, or even alcohol. These are considered gateway drugs. This usually begins during the teenage years of addicts and users but can start later in life at any stage.
Who is more likely to be affected by street drugs? There isn't an exact answer. Street drugs can affect anyone at any time. Smaller street drugs such as marijuana have a larger usage and effect on the teenage population. However, more dangerous street drugs such as cocaine are abused by older addicts who are looking for a higher high than the smaller street drugs. Street drugs have different demographics across countries and continents, therefore creating a difference in usage and affecting rates. Does media play a role?
Yes, media plays a huge role in the choices people make about drugs. Most modern media glorify drugs and drug usage. This is predominantly music and cinema. Almost all popular rap artists feature and glorify drugs in their music. For example, a popular rap artist named Kodak Black says marijuana is healthy in his verse in his hit song, Like Dat.
Need no vitamins. I be smoking broccoli. They say it's good for my health.
As for cinema, the popular film 22 Jump Street features a scene which gives a joyful feeling to the fictional hallucinogen drug Wi-Fi in cheese form.
They made us! They're gonna kill us! Jacob! Where are you going? I think we're tripping. Oh, fuck! I'm having a bad trip! We're having a bad trip!
I think we are tripping. This is great.
My side's so much scarier than yours.
Oh shit, your trip sucks. You should come over here, it's way better.
Okay. It's some kind of weird split screen! Jaco! Jaco! I finally got my Lambo! Hey!
Ass and titties. Ass, titties, titties.
Legs are tired.
Ass and titties.
You'll always be alone.
Are there any legal consequences? Yes, there are many legal consequences to every kind of street drug. This can range from petty fines to full criminal charges leading to time in prison. Not only that, a parent can even lose custody of their child due to street drug usage. There are many legal consequences for usage. What are short-term and long-term consequences?
There are many different short-term and long-term consequences to each type of street drug. For example, a short-term consequence of ecstasy is paranoia, whereas a short-term consequence for shrooms is hallucination. A long-term consequence for ecstasy is memory loss. For shrooms, it is psychosis. Each drug and its class differs.
Does this harmful choice lead to addiction? Yes. Users of any kind of illegal street drug can very likely become dependent on it. Drugs release certain chemicals in our body that make us feel good. After these chemicals are released, we feel high. After the high, our brain and body are deprived of these chemicals, thus making the brain and body want more. This creates a dependency on whichever drug because of its feel-good effects, which can lead to addiction. Is mental health related to your choice?
Mental health can be, and is likely to be related to making the choice to use street drugs, but people in normal state of mind can also be users.
Where can you find help if you need it? There are rehab clinics and even anonymous groups all around local areas. For example, the Toronto Rehabilitation Institute. There are many more. If you knew someone who is making these harmful choices, what should you do?
You should definitely seek help. Organize an intervention. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation today. We hope you learned something. And remember, if you ever get involved with street drugs, there's always a way out.